Hey, what's going on, everybody? Frankie Slauson here for another great episode of Renegade Radio. Today's episode is season 2, episode 11. Boy, I tell you, I can't believe we've made it this far so far. But yes, today is the third week of March as we do this episode, and we were supposed to have a guest tonight whose name was Dave Alvarez. He was an animator, but unfortunately, like we've had happen a few times already, I guess he's busy with working on his website and whatnot, and has no time. Can't spare 30 minutes, to spend time with us, to do an interview. So it's it's like, well, okay, I guess whatever. Can't force anybody to do it to come on the show if they're too busy. That's not how I roll anyway, at least for what I do. But however, it'll just be a guest free show tonight, which is fine. I mean, like as I've said before, I am so grateful that we've had all these awesome guests on, especially since the start of this year and even into, going back to when we really started being on a roll. And I know in the beginning there was a few episodes that Sam and I did that were like guests, like we didn't have any guests at all or whatever. We just kind of improvised. I kind of don't mind doing that sometimes because it's nice to have a little bit of a break, but I feel like we're kind of like at a slow pace right now, where could be a lot going on in the entertainment world. I just have to kind of figure out, send some more invites out, I think. But pretty soon here, regardless, I do believe that next week will be I'm going to pretty much announce it to our panel, no matter what we have planned, no matter what, that we're going to do the episode next week for March just to end the month, regardless if we have a guest or if we don't. But then we're gonna take 2 weeks off because I'm burnt out. Believe it or not, hard to believe. Yeah, Frankie's burnt out. I'm a little burnt out just because I've been doing this week, every week, for all 3 months, almost 3 months in a row, and haven't taken a break. While other people have taken breaks or were here for a little bit of time, and then they were not able to make the show or whatever. We're probably going to do a little bit of a our own version of a spring break, which I got some episodes that on the YouTube channel here, like this episode will air later. We're just going to do like a marathon of the last few episodes that I have not uploaded yet. And then if they do anything in between, like an interview or something, it'll just be a rapid, or it'll be a Renegade Radio exclusive as it normally would be. Because I figure, the crew has been great. We've been doing a lot of things. We'll get more guests on as we continue the second half of season 2, because the second half of season 2 will go from well, let's just look at the calendar real quick. Right now, we're looking at it's the 18th. So next week's the 25th. We're gonna do a little special birthday episode for Sam, uh, for Screaming Sam, since it's his birthday coming up here on Sunday, I believe. But then we got the first and we got the 8th. So what we'll probably do is we'll come back on the 15th, on Monday, March 15th, or April 15th, and then we'll just go steady until literally probably either Memorial Day weekend or the 20th, either the 20th or the 27th of May. And then we'll do then from that point on, the plan is to end season 2, and then I'm going to give my crew and I, because it'll definitely be well deserved because of everything that they've done for me. And I figure, I can't expect these guys to keep doing stuff with me every week, even through the summertime. So I'm gonna give everybody a break, and include part of myself as well. I'm gonna do a few interviews in between the break and whatnot, but that'll be separate from the show. then we'll start season 3 of our show. We'll get back at it here. We'll take the whole month of June off, and we'll come back either Monday, July 1st, or we'll come back Monday, July 8th. So we're gonna talk about that today. It'll be nice. It'll be kind of nice to talk about that because we need to figure some of that stuff out as far as what we want to do. Because there's gonna be stuff going on in the summertime too. But I just feel everybody deserves a break. We've done a lot of cool things. We've had a chance to do a lot of cool things in this show, and I'm very grateful for everything that we've done. But we're gonna continue. We'll do episode 12 next week, and then we'll take a 2 week break, and then we'll go the next month and a half, balls to the wall with some more good guests and with more stuff coming up, and coverage of things as well. I think that'll make more sense as we get closer to being done with season 2 and of the show and summertime coming. So. And I am, like I've always said, I'm very happy with all the guests that we've had. We've had a good selection of people that have been on the show that have because they wanted to be. A lot of them haven't been on in a while. I know we're gonna get Michael Strider back on. We may do just a one-on-one interview with him and celebrate his book release. He's gonna be doing a book release party here Saturday, June 1st, and I guess he wants me to host it. So that'll be interesting. That'll be really interesting. But we can definitely host it if it'll be fine. I mean, thanks to Zoom and stuff, I think we can definitely do something. Whatever he has in store, it'll just be part of my broadcast and all that. So that'll be fun. That'll be really fun. He's gonna send me a copy of his book anyway. And then we will have coverage of one way or another, we will have coverage of the Destination Pro event going on Saturday, May 11th as well. And then there'll probably be other things going on as well with our like WrestleMania 40. So we'll see what happens, but a lot, you just never know. So hold on here. Still waiting. Let's see. Okay, so anyway. Oh, let's see. I'm just gonna wait till everybody gets on board here, or at least wait till Tanya comes. Oh, see what we can do here. Oh, there we go. Oh, Lord, be the first one here. Okay. Yeah, Norma Tanya is the first one here, but hey, there he is. Oh, there, sir. How's it going
Hey,
there?
man.
How you?
Oh boy. I tell you what, after last Monday's show, I knew I was starting to feel crappy on Monday,
Uh-huh.
and by Tuesday morning, I didn't go to work Tuesday or Wednesday. I have been sicker than crap. Just started to get my voice back.
And now I'm gonna ruin that for you.
So
Gonna be
I'm
on the
I'm up
show
and at 'em.
again.
Oh, you know what? I'm so sick and tired of laying around on the couch. I go to work and I come home and I sleep or lay around, and then I don't sleep at night, and it gets me
Sure.
up to do something.
Okay,
But
well, I don't want to be the one that harms your voice and over because I know how important it is for your job and everything and all that.
I'm
So
I'm not a singer. I'm not a singer.
you could be though.
No, I got my voice just long enough. But we had the same thing happen today. I had a North Dakota State representative cancel on me at the last minute because they got called to Bismarck. But what do? I know she's going to be back again and all of that, but it really sucks. And when you've got your game plan for the day, and I've got a producer that only comes in 2 days a week, and today's one of the days, and all of a sudden, well, all right, see you later. And I went in and prepped for my news and did my news. I was home. I bet you by 9:30 this morning, I was home back sleeping on the couch.
Wow. Well, for me,
So there are good points.
yeah, I mean, but I've been getting kind of sick of when these things happen because it seems like it's happened a lot, or like at least 3 times already this year. Yeah, I'm grateful for the times that it hasn't worked out. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy, whatever, but I'm trying to be professional as well and trying to be like run a
Oh, I
show
know.
and do things and I
Yeah, yeah,
request all these people that I don't just do it last minute. I ask them like weeks in advance. So.
yeah, yeah. This
We
is
pick it.
this
We
is
pick
my
a
my
day.
second one in 2 weeks. It's the same
Okay.
thing.
Well, maybe for you it's
Not
a
any
little bit
louder than you
different
are when you're
because
on the
it's like
phone.
you're
Hey, we got a
you're
guest.
grateful.
We got a guest.
Who
Amanda Fish.
for
She's
tonight?
available right
Really?
now.
For tonight?
Yeah.
Wow. How'd you pull that off?
Well, when you got a butt this
She
big,
knows
you can pull
people.
all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff out.
When you got a butt this big? Oh, Jesus. Well, okay. Well, then if she's gonna be on,
Right on.
don't have her on right away. Like we'll give her like half like tell her about 6:30 or 6:45 because we're not really in prep for her yet. Like I don't have no questions for her.
Well,
I think it'd be better to wait till next week. I think with her. I actually because I already
She's
told.
got a meeting next week. She's got a meeting at 8 o'clock, so it would have to be short. She said.
Well, what time? What time zone
if
does
we
she?
can,
I mean, I haven't got live yet, so we're just in the recording for the YouTube video right now. I haven't set up the live recording yet until
Okay.
it's figured out. Because I
yeah,
don't.
I told my wife too after you said we were gonna go do an hour because I kicked her off her computer. She's working on a deadline for a grant,
Oh, okay.
but I think if we could get her on earlier, the better.
Well, just that none of us are prepared for that. It's like every time we
Yeah, I'm
have
Googling her right now. I've seen her a few times.
I don't know anything about her. I haven't done any research at all about her. I just heard about her as what you told me this afternoon. I was on the road when you got home because I had to go to Greenbush and do some things. So I couldn't communicate right away like I wanted to. I tried to, but I just, I didn't have much of a good. I had an okay connection, but so
We get her in 2 weeks.
Oh, we can get her next week. She said she can do it next week. We just would want to get her on at 6:30 instead of 7.
that'd be fine. That way we can have time to
Yeah,
prepare.
yeah,
And it'll be Sam's birthday weekend that
yeah.
weekend too. So, because what I want to do is, I'll say this right now before we go live. We're gonna take a couple weeks off. We got to. I mean, I'm just I'm creatively I'm just burnt out. Okay, regardless of who gets guests or whatever, we need a break. I need a break. And so after next week, we're just going to do a 2 week break. We'll come back the 15th of April, fresher than ever, and we'll have more guests booked around that time, so we can maybe do a double header or whatever. and then we'll just go until like May 20th or Memorial Day weekend, whichever works out for you guys, whatever Monday that would be, the 27th or the 20th. And then we'll take a month off for June and come back either Monday, July 1st or Monday, July 8th to start season 3. So that's what I want to do. I know we were against still doing all this stuff before, but I don't want to do too much in June. I want to give everybody a chance to have a real good break and everything too, and not have to think they have to like worry about me or the show every freaking day or whatever. So I'm just letting you guys know that that's what I want to do.
That actually, I've been thinking about the whole guest thing. Your guest that you get is so freaking good, and Mama T with you and Bobby and your guys' connections, but I got one I might try to work on. If I could get this guy on, it'd blow your freaking world, I think. But
yeah,
you guys you get way better guests, Frankie, than I can.
Well, I know, but it's just that I'm kind of just burnt out right now, man. I
get it. I get it.
I'm trying to bring as much joy to you guys as I could, and now I'm at the point where I'm just like, because I've gotten some no's, and it's kind of disappointed me a little bit, and I just like, it burns me out when people say no, after a while.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Hey, in this business, you probably get, it's like a 60-40 deal, but 60 is usually the no and 40 is the yes on a good day.
Yeah.
And that goes with the business, dude. You should see me. I'm trying to get through 3 for sure shows a week minimum every single week. And sometimes it's 4, 5, or 6. And all of a sudden you get a no. And a lot of the times I'll get 3 or 4 no's before I get a yes. And then some weeks or months, people will just be bugging me and to get on a show, and I'll be booked for a month straight.
Well, these people that I have asked could easily give us 30 minutes of their time. They're not that busy where they couldn't like give us 30 minutes of their time. That's all I'm asking for. But they make it seem like there's like, oh, if we do anything, it has to be so quick, and it's just like, we'll just worry about it another time, I guess. I don't know. I'd like to have a break, and I think you guys deserve a little break too. And that way that everybody knows, that you don't have to worry about a couple weeks off. And even though I know not everybody has been here the whole 11 weeks that we've been on, so this last almost 3 months in a row, but I just need a break myself personally,
Yeah.
So we've done a lot of things that we definitely are proud of. I'm happy, no matter what. I always say I'm proud to have you guys on board with me. But we have to also learn about that we need to communicate better too. We definitely got to work on that, But that's something that will take time, But Sam said he'll be on, but he'll probably be on after a while because he was in Pittsburgh, I guess, working on his bar. So just so you guys are aware of that. But I'm gonna get this show started here because I got the live going here, and then we'll just kind of just go from there. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Frankie Slauson here, and welcome to season 2, episode 11. On this third week of March, we're already on the 18th of March, the day after St. Patrick's Day, and this week is a very, very important week in film history because as of this coming Thursday, unless you were in New York last Wednesday or Thursday when they did the premiere, and you were a Ghostbuster or part of the Ghostbuster group that they invited to see it a week early, this Thursday, at least in our area, that most theaters are opening the premiere of the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire film. And I am
Sorry, hold on.
and I'm very excited about that because I'm going to go see that on Thursday, and it'll actually be on my brother's birthday. So, which will be.
Where are you going to go see it at, Frankie?
Well, I'm just going to go to Fall Cinema because it's closer. I know I could go see it in Grand Forks a lot earlier because it's playing at like 2:00 in the afternoon. Sorry, on Thursday afternoon, but it's like
Fucking
I
dogs
just
up.
the
Sorry.
dogs want to cheer for everybody. They're the part of the audience. They're part of the crew. Anyway, so I'm Frankie Slauson along with John Roberts and Mama T. And some of our crew is missing because some of our crew looks like they've either had things happen surgery wise, or they're out of town, or they got eaten up by people or something. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, zombies.
I think I would probably quit my job if somebody started biting me or whatever. Jeez, I don't know. I don't get that, but whatever. I guess he can handle it. He says it happens.
Yeah,
Like,
it should happen.
shit happens. Yeah, when you take a dump and you forget to wipe, that happens, but that's an accident. I mean, or if you accidentally go to the bathroom and you think that you're in a fancy urinal and you realize it's the air blower that blowing all your piss in your face already.
Oh.
Ever have that happen to you?
No, I can't say that I
Your
have.
your happenstances are a little different than mine.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'd have to be really drunk to think that I needed to use a urinal that was actually a hand dryer.
It says it's supposed to be for your hands, not for your hoo-ha or whatever, I guess, but whatever, who knew,
Gotta label everything nowadays, There's too many idiots out there.
Yeah. I remember seeing that at the fall or the River Cinema the first time I ever saw one of those blower ones, and I'm just like, wow, that's pretty fancy. That's never happened to me, but I just like it could happen. You never know. I saw videos where people were making that on YouTube. Where it's like, oh, what's this? Oh, is this a urinal? And it's like it's everywhere, right in your face. Anyway, why are we talking this way, right? Anyway, welcome to Renegade Radio, everybody.
John says that he's gonna join us shortly.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Because we want to, next week it'll be his birthday, his 66th birthday. So, since he's been kind of the guy who's been with me since day one, we want to do something special to kind of honor him. And if we have a guest next week, if we're going to have one, that'll be even extra icing on the cake there. But I'm gonna let I'm putting it in Mama T's hands now, ladies and gentlemen. Mama T is now going to get us a guest now, and we're not going to cancel. Okay. We're not going to cancel on her or nothing. It's going to happen. This is the big times now.
So John, he's on the live chat right now, encouraging me to tell everyone that he's pooping right now.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's great.
He said, say it. He said, say it. I was like, he's gonna join us shortly, and he's like, no, say it.
Can't he join us live from the bathroom? Like,
please no.
Telecast?
No.
Oh, come on. I can't get the hair dryer thing out of my brain already. Don't need that too.
Just imagine, right? That'd be something that Sam would do. It's probably something he used to do on his show, probably broadcast live from the toilet. You never know. Anyway, so this week, I mean, it's been a pretty crazy week. I mean, I know. Well, now you were talking about you being sick, John, but would you have normally did something for St. Patty's Day if you wouldn't have been sick at all, or?
Back in the day, I always got forced to do what they have in Grand Forks called the Leprechaun Loop. And I got forced to do it because of my radio job. So we had to go along. So basically, you went bar hopping and gave away swag and you day drank all day. Now that I don't work radio anymore, that's the last thing I want to do. For one thing, I don't do a whole lot of day drinking anymore because there won't be any nighttime if I do. But my wife's not drinking because of Lent. I've been sick. Every year she makes a good Irish meal. Boiled dinner with the corned beef and rutabagas and turnips and all the stuff, and sure. we were just fine with that. I still had fun.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, we were supposed to do something at the casino last night, but the only thing they had going on at the casino was just a thing from Players Club, like a spin and win type of deal or whatever. You get there, and there was supposed to be a big old feast and stuff upstairs in the restaurant, but they didn't have it going at all. There was no salad bar and no no corned beef or anything like that.
Well, I'm
Missed
sure,
opportunity.
yeah, on Grand Forks, I know was just hopping on Saturday with the Leprechaun Loop and all the stuff going on and the UND, the Sioux hockey team in town for the playoffs. So I'm sure it was just a shit show downtown. So I'm glad I mean, even though I was sick, I was perfectly fine laying at home watching TV.
Sure, yeah. Well, I mean that's all right. Sometimes you gotta do you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, that's for sure. I don't really, like myself, I don't drink myself, but I would, love to see what towns do, just to celebrate because, I mean, everybody has their own tradition, I'm sure. I mean, when it comes to some people were talking about the Leprechaun film series. Have you ever watched the Leprechaun film series at all?
I've seen a couple of the Leprechaun movies, I guess. I don't know how many there are, but
There's 7 or 8, I believe.
oh, wow. Wow, it's almost like Tremors.
Oh, almost like Child's Play, They always seem to put a new one out every so
Yeah,
often.
is there a
Or whatever.
Leprechauns in space?
Halloween.
I think so. I think there actually is one. There actually is a Leprechaun in space.
My God.
Or Leprechaun
Yeah.
in the Hood, or Leprechaun Back to the Hood, and whatever.
Yeah. Leprechaun Down Under. Yeah.
Yeah. Leprechaun takes a dump. I don't know. Yeah, in space. Yeah. Anyway.
A leprechaun across the pond.
Oh,
Yeah. Like Leprechaun in Europe and everything. Let's see. Hold on here. I guess for some reason our guest that told me that he wasn't available is now all of a sudden getting a hold of me all of a sudden while we're
Okay,
speaking.
well,
Talk amongst yourselves or whatever, or to the crowd, or come up with a topic, and I'm gonna try to figure this one out. What's going on?
Amanda just said, Amanda, the guest I have booked for tomorrow, or next week, she just said that she wants to watch tonight, so I sent her the link and approved her member thing, and so she might be joining us on a live chat.
Oh, that's fine.
Get to know us a little bit before we do our homework on her,
Well, that'd be okay because, like I said, when you told me she was Samantha's sister, I was just like, wow, that's pretty huge for Bob to get her on the Women's Blues Festival lineup anyway.
And Shannon Kerfman, who
Yeah.
actually is one of Amanda's idols. She's like all starstruck that she gets to come play. And then the Lori Morvan band is going to be back. They were here last year.
Sure. Yeah, and see, I wanna participate in that too, this time around, like actually be there for at least one of the days because it's normally now weekends when I work, but I can definitely take a Friday or a Saturday off and participate in one of the days and maybe do some backstage interviews or whatever,
Yeah.
Definitely that would
Hell
definitely
yeah.
be considered.
Did
Yeah.
everything work
Call
out
me
all
up,
right,
man.
Tim?
Call me up.
Well, you should be a part of that too, John. I mean, because I was
I was
kind
gonna
of
say,
thinking,
let Frankie do the interviews. I'll do the intros. You can do the interviews, man.
well, allows we can throw in a Renegade Radio in there somewhere, I mean, because that would
Hell
be
yeah.
that'd be a big because I will say and I wasn't going to say this out live here, but I don't think he even watches our show anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's like well, the whole thing with the Destination Pro, I don't know if that's gonna I don't know if that's even gonna happen or not, or because I asked him about it like so far, like since it's been a few months, what's his status, and he says right now we're too busy to say anything, but thanks for your offer. So it's like okay, it's like well, because what I wanted to do was like have us do like some interviews to help promote his event because I really I'm a firm believer in what the guy's doing and everything, but somehow he doesn't share the same vision as I do. How that could help both of us out. As far as how big because of how big of the guests that he's got coming for Destination Pro, the Kurt Angle, Eric Rowan, and now Josh Alexander from TNA Wrestling. How big that could be for us to promote, and really help both our channels and everything. But you don't see that type of vision. He wants to promote, he wants people to want to be interested in it, but he doesn't want to do the WWE thing, we'll say, It's like if I was doing a run a show like that, I would want any media outlet that's interested in what I'm doing to help me out. I would say I got you covered. You got passes. You got everything. But it's not because I'm trying to get in for free or whatever. Because I already paid for tickets already. I did that this last weekend. But I just want to help participate and bring our name to the deal and let people know, hey, you never heard of Renegade Radio before? Oh, they're an outlet in northern Minnesota, technically, or whatever. They're doing all these shows and interviews, and they're legit. But everybody keeps saying no. It's like, it really makes me feel happy but unhappy that happy to be doing this anyway, but unhappy because it's like, where's the damn local support when you need it,
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna put out there, just say prayers for my brother's wife just got operated on today. And that's why he's not on tonight.
Yeah, he was
So,
saying that. That's what he was saying. Yeah.
So, I just want to let everybody know, Mad Dog's wife, she did very well in the surgery. She's in, what do they do after that? They,
Recovery or ICU?
yeah, everything's going good. So
What did
that's
she
good.
what did she have surgery on? What was the
High
purpose?
hernia or something, her stomach and her high hernia
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff like that.
Okay.
But the reason why I mentioned about pooping is because when I go, I ran into the bathroom because I had to go to the bathroom. I had to go since this morning, and you guys are talking about. I heard Sean talking about shitting or something. I forget, and I said that's pretty ironic. I'm pooping, and you're talking about pooping.
I didn't want to know that. I didn't want to know.
Well,
Yeah, but you were already talking about it.
well, I kind of brought it up, but I was saying, like, you ever go to the urinals nowadays and mistake them for the air blowers or whatever?
I
Or,
heard you.
yeah. It looks like a
you know
urinal,
what?
but then it blows your piss everywhere right in your face. And I was like, yeah.
When you typed "say it," I heard it in Sam Kinnison's voice. Say it.
Yeah. As he squeezed it out, one right there, squeeze it out.
So then I felt like I had to.
This is an adult-related show, so we have that type of humor, So, John, be used to that, Mr. Roberts. Come on down. It's not Sesame Street here.
Hey,
John's
I'm
not
one of
used to
those
this guy.
guys. I see a sports page in the newspaper and I cramp up. I mean, I gotta find the nearest bathroom. Right, as soon as I see it, it's like, whoa.
I think as soon as you see somebody like writing like a bad spelling or whatever in the Grand Forks Herald, you clinch up and have to go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, I live for that. Not spelling when they mess up. I love it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
live for
yeah.
it.
Because I remember you used to talk about that when we first started doing stuff together, and I was just like, wow, I can't believe that stuff bothers you. But I guess so. I mean, if you're a subscriber and everything, it's like, I mean,
Well, no, it's the fact is what the whole deal is, and Frankie, this is why we created this business here, is because they call themselves local media. Okay, it's the Grand Forks Herald. It's not even printed in Grand Forks. Everything goes through Fargo. WDAY television used to be a Grand Forks television station. It's not. Now it's in Fargo. Everything. iHeart, same thing. You have 2 stations, 3 stations with local guys on it in the morning. After that, they're canned from who knows where, Kansas City, Chicago, Texas. I was listening to one of the stations the other day, and they were talking about a story in Pembina County. I mean, come on, it's Pembina County. There's nothing local. So when the Herald calls themselves local, my show, we call them the local part-time newspaper. They have incredible writers, but they don't use them. They take these stories out of Fargo and they suck, and they don't pre-read them. Any idiot would know by looking at it they're wrong. So I throw them under the bus. And then I kick them.
Well, that's why I'm just
There,
roasting you about that, because I know that's a big deal to you. I understand. I get it, because they, obviously they should know, they should do a better job. They obviously should. So
Do
then
better.
you would have to exist, but maybe it's a blessing that this happens because now you have a job. Now you're able to
Yeah, well,
make fun of what they do. Kind of.
I know I'm
was
doing my
just-
job when one of their top writers calls me all pissed off and butthurt.
Oh, geez.
I was just gonna say, I was gonna suggest, well, if it's so crappy, maybe you should start writing for the sports section or something, but I don't think you are gonna get that job now. After the
Here's the
under the
deal.
bus and stomping thing.
Well, and here's the deal. Our part-time paper, the sports writers are incredible. Every single one of them are friends of mine. And I have this conversation with them because I still call high school hockey games on the radio. So I run into these guys all the time. And I always say to them, just so you know, and the first thing they say is, yeah, we get it. We get it. Because when I throw them under the bus, the paper, the first thing I say is they've got some of the best writers. It's a shame this is going on. Use these writers, let them do their job, and get somebody that can pre-read the paper before you print it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Janitor?
They can't do that. I have the other local media, they're watching me like a hawk because I pick on these guys and they're just waiting to pounce on me, but they can't because they haven't found anything.
You know
Because
how
I don't
often
just start flapping my lip.
You know how often the Times has errors in their papers? Oh my God, the Northern Watch. Oh my goodness, Oh, you should read those papers. Oh my goodness.
Corrections page is longer than the editorials.
Well, at least you have a corrections page.
I'd rather
Ours,
I'd
and it's
rather
a
read
local
the comic.
newspaper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
I mean,
rather just read the
the
comic.
Times is the local newspaper. The
Yeah.
Grand Forks Herald. So, oh, I said their name. Oops.
Nope. Well, nobody watches us. Remember, we're nobody cares about us anymore. No, I'm just kidding. I guess
Surprised.
our
I
guess.
got a lot of people watch our show.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just
I know
teasing. Well, I guess our guest wants to make an appearance, so we're gonna let him come in for a little bit.
Who's
and talk.
coming on, Sean?
Dave Alvarez. He's an animator. He was
Okay.
part of the Ghostbusters celebration. Well, I don't think he was a part of it, but he's done animations for like his own type of animations for Ghostbusters. So we're gonna let him in for a little bit. And he was supposed to be our guest at 7, but he's gonna come in now for a little
Well, that's
bit.
good, though. That's good.
If you guys don't mind.
Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
All right. Oh, wow, there he is. How's it going, Dave?
Hey, how you doing?
Can
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can everybody hear Dave at all?
Yep.
It's not like the Cheech and Chong thing where Dave's not here. Dave is here, actually.
It's right here.
It's not here.
Well, welcome to Renegade Radio. I appreciate you spending a few minutes with us. I'm sorry if I was a little too, I've just having one of those days, just like a lot of people have been like, saying no lately. I don't know why. It just other people aren't as busy as you are.
Yeah, sorry,
Dave?
it's been a crazy day, but
Dave, that car behind you is awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It is the car I thought it was.
Yeah, that's the actual
I
one.
got a garage full of toys. I'm going to start doing my show down my garage in front of my cars. I think that'd be awesome. Remember
Yeah,
I did
like-
that, Sean, my
What is
interview?
it?
Yeah, it's the Ecto One. It's his version of the Ecto One. It looks
Yeah,
all
that's my
wow.
version.
That is
Yeah, even has
awesome.
the stripes.
Front.
That's a
What
was that?
classy interview right there, man.
Even has the red stripes on it too, because I know they're doing that with the new movie coming out. Putting the red
I
stripes.
did that with magnetic stripes because I wasn't brave enough, to paint them over. So I just someone gave me the idea. I said, "Well, why don't you go with magnetic stripes?" And I said, "Oh, that sounds cool." So
Yeah.
I put them,
Yeah, your
and
garage
they
reminds
kind of
me of
work.
mine.
What?
I got all the cars hanging up on the wall and shit. That's what I'm going to do, like interviews
Yeah,
right in front of all my stuff. That'd be cool. Yeah. That's
Look at all
awesome.
that stuff, man. I'm jealous of what you got. Holy crap!
There's the
You're-
Ecto.
That's awesome.
Dang.
Nice
Let's see the
collection.
cat. Let's see the cat. Like that's 50. Is that a 59?
No, that's 63 actually.
Oh,
But
63?
but it fits. So
God,
people think
it
it's a
makes your-
59.
your-
Yeah, okay.
It makes your
It's hard to
garage
see.
look so small there. Holy moly! Well, anyway, let's just put the focus on Dave here. As much as we love the car and everything, we're here to talk about Dave and his life's work. Well, welcome to Renegade Radio, first of all.
Thank
Dave,
you.
we appreciate guys like you because last week we had the honor to interview William Bryan, who played the Safe Puff Marshmallow Man. Have you ever
Oh, that's
met
cool.
him before?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I think we're friends on Facebook, but we don't know each other. So.
Never chatted or whatnot. Oh, he was so nice. He was very nice. Talked our ears off, and he's done more than just Ghostbuster stuff, but he's definitely known for being like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man because that was kind of
Oh, okay.
one of his
That's cool.
ideas anyway. But you're an animator, and I've seen the work that you've done. That's why I wanted to have you on the show. I was very impressed with all your design work, especially with the Ghostbuster stuff that you've been doing recently. Uh, I guess the biggest thing to ask is like, when did you discover that you had a talent in drawing?
I don't know. I think it was something that was something I feel like to do. I grew up as a very lonely kid. Boo-hoo. So yeah, so what I was too little choices for entertainment. So I just kind of dedicated to draw and do stuff. I remember that my first drawings were Fred Flintstone, Popeye the Sailor, and the Pink Panther, all in a wall
Oh,
in my
yeah?
room. So when my parents came home, they made me paint that wall again. So because they saw that over there, they were like, "Oh!" And when actually I was drawing a Ghostbuster sign on the other wall behind my bed. So I was in the middle of the they showed up. So I was okay. So yeah, that was a bumpy beginning.
Okay. Okay.
First
Can
rejection.
I,
First reaction, yeah, exactly. First reaction of many that would eventually come.
Oh, sure.
so
Go ahead,
Dave,
Doug.
you're from San Juan, Puerto Rico?
Yep, that's a place.
And when did you move to the States?
I didn't. I'm still here.
Oh,
So
okay.
I travel from time to time. I was in Burbank the other day in an animation convention, and yeah, it's like I go and visit and show my face and stuff like that. Because we're working remotely for quite a while, so
Sure.
being on site is kind of a luxury right now. So I try to find all the gigs and everything that I schedule on my own time and working on my studio.
Well, that's interesting. I now are you doing stuff with the Ghostbusters? I mean, as far as any promotional stuff for the movie, or are you just doing like your own thing?
Well, I'm doing promotion for the movie, but ironically not in drawing. I'm going around making a tour with the Actor One, taking over to theaters and stuff. I do know that Jason Reitman wrote to me because he loved my prints and he wanted a batch of those prints for the Sony lot. So I sent them over a batch of those things. So they should be around someplace in those books. I don't know where.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
Yeah, Eric had his phone on. Hi, Eric. Hi, Antique Man.
hey, good evening. Sorry I was late.
That's okay.
welcome.
Thank you.
Sure.
Hi, Dave.
He was taking a
Yeah.
bite. He was taking a bite out of crime earlier on. So, or somebody was
Yeah.
taking a bite out of him. Well, Eric, we're here with Dave Alvarez. He's an animator, and he's was telling us about his. Well, as you can see, he has the Ecto One right behind him.
Nice. Hi. Nice to meet you, Dave. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, so when it comes to just the animation bug, I mean, you said you've done a lot of different things. Like, what is Ghostbusters kind of it must be the big thing to you, but like, why why do you love it so much, or why are you such a fan? That's probably a dumb question, but it's like
Yeah. Well, I grew up with it, and I think it was, the fact that there was these guys, normal guys, not superheroes, not people with powers or stuff like that, that do something extraordinary in an ordinary world is something that always catch my eye. That's why movies like Ghostbusters or Back to the Future or even E.T., things that could happen to you or me are the kind of movies that I appreciate. So in this case, Ghostbusters is one of them, because I love the fact, that everybody can, be one of them. You don't need to have a superpower. You don't need to come from Krypton or whatever other planet just to be a superhero. You're a hero on your own. There were Terminators that eventually became, a big deal. So it's ironic because I've been trying to join a Ghostbuster project, and I think I'm the first guy who listens. Some studios is working on some Ghostbuster project or animated project or a comic book, and I go, "Hey, I draw. Can you see my portfolio?" But they never pick me. So they pick everybody else. But they never pick me up. So I've been doing fan stuff. For some reason, people like the fan stuff, but they're not official yet. So I know that there's an animated series running right now. They should be ready at this point, and I have talked to the producer several times trying to join, but they're staffed and saying, "Oh, Dave, we're staffed. Oh, I know Jason wanted you here, but we're staffed." So it will happen at some
Are
point.
you talking about Indiegogo?
What?
Are you
Sorry?
talking about that? Is it Indiegogo? Is that what it is?
Is it in Indiegogo? I don't know. Is it?
You were working on something called is it called Indiegogo? If maybe I'm saying it wrong, but you were working on that for a while.
I had an Indiegogo campaign for quite a while, but it wasn't for Ghostbusters. It was for an animated project, a personal animated project I had.
Okay.
It was almost funded, but it didn't reach the funding requirements.
Oh, okay.
So
I guess I misunderstood what the Indiegogo was. That's just the platform that you use to raise the money to fund something.
Yeah, Indiegogo is for
It's like a
funding.
Kickstarter.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of a Kickstarter, but it works differently. You can work with whatever they if you get a approach to the budget to see you need $1,000 and they for some reason you make $800 or something like that, and you can work with that. Well, you can take the money and work it. But in my case, I needed much more than that, so I just didn't reach out the goal, so it didn't go. So everybody got a refund. So, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
That
Oh.
just means you get to move on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, I work with Disney and I work with WB for several years. I work in the Looney Tunes, working with Mickey Mouse and Friends also. So it has been a rewarding career in that aspect. Ghostbusters has always been one of my main goals. I know I will get there somewhere. At some point I will, but I'll keep trying.
I feel they're going to do a lot more with the series because I don't think they're done by any means. This is going to be almost like a Star Wars thing now. Especially, I mean, I wish they wouldn't have waited so long because imagine all the films that we could have gotten in between 2 and 3 and everything like that. But they waited, and maybe now is the right time because they can introduce a whole new world of Ghostbuster fans. I mean, it's such a good series, and even the one with the women. I mean, I'll give it its due. I mean, it has its moments. It's not the best of the best, but it's still as part of the series. At least they tried. They just screwed up a little bit. So.
At least they tried.
Well, I try to be positive about it, okay? Because
that's very well said. At least they tried.
Yeah, I mean they tried. They just realized that and I guess I was hearing rumors that had the one in 2016 been more successful, we probably wouldn't have had the Jason Reitman version of Part 3 and everything. But I'm grateful that it worked out, because now we get Part 4 now. Nobody ever thought we'd get
Part 4 next week. So
yeah. Have you I'm sure you've seen previews of the film other than just doing promotional stuff for it. What do you think so far? I mean, without giving too much away. Like what
you're in for a big surprise. You're in for a big surprise. That I can tell you. it feels like a Ghostbuster movie. Actually, seeing them in New York and all the stuff is the only thing that I can say. Hey, it feels like a Ghostbuster movie. It, it feels a slot after Ghostbusters 2 and all that. So I think it works. I
Yeah,
can give away much, because
yeah. What about? I mean, what are your thoughts about Afterlife? Did you like that one at least? Just for starters.
Yeah, I liked it, and I think it was the right way to go. It was a strange, because I won't lie to you, because you're used to this comedy all the time. Ghostbusters was a comedy, Ghostbusters 2 was a comedy, and we suddenly have this drama
Yeah.
that ends up in a high note. So it took me a while to assimilate that, but the more I think about it, I think it was the right way, because there was no way that we could had another installment with the original Ghostbusters. They're mature now, and I think the story would have been way different. So, but I
Did
think
you
it works.
did you ever play the video game when it came out?
I did. I have it. You mean the 2009
Yep,
video game?
yep.
Yeah, I did that. That was the first thing that I said. Like, oh, Bill Murray's there. Oh, everybody's there. Hey, Hudson. Oh, everybody. So it was like, oh man, let's play this game. I got the Wii version. I
Okay.
never got it because I didn't have a PlayStation. But I got the Wii version, and it was good. I played. There was a lot of weekends involved in that.
Did that feel like a part three, kind of like if they would have done that? The
I
story
think
line?
so. I think so, because for what I heard, that was supposed to be part 2, and though it has elements of what was supposed to be Ghostbusters 2, but for some reason the studio didn't go for that, so it ended up in a game. Most of the, to be honest, that Ghost or revisitation was supposed to happen in the second part instead of having Vigo. So it's interesting to see this whole story go around. To me, that was, I don't know why it's not canon. It should have been. It should have been. I mean, because it's a good story, and
Yeah.
it complements what happens between at the end of Ghostbusters 2. They keep changing the Ecto, and maybe that was a better transition to what happened in Afterlife, actually. Because you see Ecto 1 being having this other version. I think it's B, right? Ecto 1B or something like that.
Something like that. I'm guessing
Yeah.
they're going to be introducing us to, or whatever, like a new
Yeah.
man with the material, or like with the ectos in it, or not ectos, with the proton packs and everything.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah, no kidding. No, I've always just been a big fan of animation. I'm not really a big fan of like anime, perhaps,
Yeah.
but I know a lot of people that are, and hats off to everybody that loves that stuff. But I like Bugs Bunny, I like Popeye, I like the Flintstones. I like the good stuff that you see on the Cartoon Network. Even a little bit of Family Guy. That to me is good
Yeah.
animation. I
Yeah.
mean,
I've
To
always
me,
had one big question with animation. Back in the day, I mean, my favorite cartoon, I mean, I'm old, it was like Johnny Quest. And I watched a lot of, like Scooby-Doo, things like that. I want to know, were Scooby from Scooby-Doo and Astro from the Jetsons, were they related? Because they sound alike. George, Reggie. I mean, really? But I love animation. I grew up with it. Living out in the middle of nowhere when I was a kid, we got like 3 channels. And back in the day, you could watch animated cartoons forever. And it's sad now because, Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner and all that. And now that's offensive. It's just sad. It's sad.
yeah, it's sad because I don't know. At some point, people lost the element of good comedy. Comedy is about satire.
Yeah.
It's doing funny stuff, and we laugh about life. Why does it need to be correct? That's the whole point of comedy. It's incorrect. It's unpredictable. That and that's something that I'm obviously I'm a big fan of Looney Tunes and all this classic stuff. These were and many people don't think about it, but these were shorts made for theater presentations.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
they were before the main movie began. They had this animated short that was aimed to adults. It wasn't aimed to kids. It was so most of the humor in the Looney Tunes is for adults. So you see jokes that then go over the kids' heads, but if you're an adult, you're like, whoa. So
Oh
the
yeah,
Looney Tunes were
yeah.
like that, and it's something that new incarnations might need to recover at some point. That it is for everybody. It's not just for kids. So I
Yeah,
was talking about
yeah.
that the other day because I was making a new project for the Looney Tunes, and I was talking with the producer. I said, at some point, one editor when I was working on the comic, she told me, the Looney Tunes are not Mickey and the gang. They hate each other. They want to eat each other. They want to beat each other. And they want to kill each other. That's a humor that you gotta keep. And I said that's a good point. So, but yeah, I'm totally agree with you. Those were the very good cartoons that we don't see anymore. So
Yeah. And they have to gear them to the parents, because if you want to put people in their butts in the seats in the theater, it's the parents that are paying for everything. So they have to keep it where these things go over the kids' heads, but the parents are laughing,
exactly, yeah, exactly. The parents were there because they got the jokes and they were like, oh, these people, yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I mean that's what I mean though. It's like, it'd be like people getting offended over Leslie Nielsen. It's like, God, that's one of the most great legendary comedians out there. How can you get offended by anything he's ever done? But somebody will try.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Not like it's George Carlin or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Nobody get offended by him at all. Never.
I'm gonna
Or
find a bit George
Sam
Carlin.
Kinison.
Yeah. Or so, yeah, whoever that guy is.
Sam!
I was
I
gonna.
was
Man.
just going to
I
say
was
that.
gonna. Yeah, go ahead, there, Sam.
That's on. No, again.
Well, I was gonna say, Dave, just so you know that all these people that are in the crew here have some involvement in the entertainment world. They're not animators or anything like that, but one's a Sam Kinison tribute artist. One is a singer from South Dakota. One's a radio announcer, and then the other is goes out with a blues singer. So that gives her musical talent right there.
Oh wow.
It gives me patience.
Lots
Yeah,
of
but
pain.
she's got other things going on.
I know.
Oh yeah, I've got a
But-
newsletter and I've got this podcast, obviously, and he owns a bar here in Macintosh. We've got like some really famous people coming here June 1st, Lori Morvan and Amanda Fish, Samantha Fish's sister, and
Mhm.
Shannon Kerfman from Kid Rock's band. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff going on. I'm not just a girlfriend.
I had to give you a
She's
different
the
introduction
girlfriend.
than what you always give yourself, So anyway, but yeah, and we just love pop culture, all of us, and we've been doing this show since the end of August of last year, and it's been going pretty well. So we're honored just to have you, even just for a few minutes, just get to know you and to talk to you there, David. We really appreciate everything you do.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, I just with short time, but there's too many things going on at the same time. But
Sure.
but thank you for inviting me.
Thank
So
you.
for anybody that wants to know more about you, how can they do that?
Oh, well, you can reach out. I'm on social media everywhere. You can look for Dave Alvarez Studios, or I'm on Instagram and Facebook under that same name. And I have a webpage that's www.dascomics.com. That's
Okay.
dascomics.com. And you can reach out there. So I'll be around just to say hello.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. Thanks for being a part of the show, even just for a few minutes. We appreciate
No,
it.
thank you. I
Thank you,
appreciate it.
David.
Thank you for
Thank
inviting me.
Dave.
No
Take care,
problem.
everybody.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
take
too.
care.
So long. All right, guys. Well,
That's
I
a-
guess guess it worked out. I guess I thought it wasn't going to work out today, but here we go.
We made it.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that before about the comics. Could you imagine if George Carlin, Sam Kinison, you got so, like even Rodney Dangerfield, any of these comedians were alive today, going through what we're going through, how it would be. I wonder if they'd shut them down or try to shut them down, or because George Carlin, he come out with the truth about government, about everything, religion, government, and I mean he's spot on, that guy. I mean, he was ahead of his time.
I think
Yes, he was.
that AI special that they did a few weeks ago or a couple months ago, but even though that was an AI deal, I listened to it. I was watched the whole thing, and I thought, boy, that was that's almost sounds just like what George Carlin would talk about.
Right.
Maybe it might not have been him, but it's like it was almost close to it, the real thing, regardless of what people thought about it.
Right.
Well, and another thing now is with comedians, if you guys, I don't know, I read a lot of news and I'm always checking stuff out, but how many times now audiences and comedians have actually got in fights on stage when that shit never used to happen? I mean, now, because somebody's always butthurt with what you say,
Offended.
if you don't like the guy, get up and leave. It's as simple as that, but
That's
no,
right.
they got to take it to the next level, and it's ridiculous.
I
It's
paid
bullshit.
you. Say what I want you to say.
What it's doing is scaring the upcoming comedians because they don't know what to do on stage. They're not like I really believe if Sam Kinison, George Carlin, those guys were alive today, they don't give a shit. I really believe they really wouldn't give a shit what anybody thought.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
If you don't like it, don't come to my show.
That's right. You're right.
Well, even you think of the TV sitcom All in the Family. They were very funny, politically incorrect. Sammy Davis Jr. was on the show once, and he and Archie got at it. Yep. Sammy Davis Jr. used the N-word, in a funny way, and one thing.
Yeah.
No way today that's going to happen.
Yeah, you got that. And you got Fred Sanford. I mean, you talk about racist,
Oh, yeah.
hating white people and stuff.
Yeah.
Talking shit on. But they're still running reruns on that stuff on TV.
Yeah, like no problem, whatsoever. Like
funny stuff.
Like when you talk
people
about
who aren't snowflakes actually watch it.
Well, like you talk about the Blazing Saddles, we keep bringing that up because think about how if that tried being made today, it's like, well, I don't know if we could. I mean, somebody would try, but they'd have to put it somewhere.
Here's a great example. Our university here at the University of North Dakota, they've got one of the top college hockey teams in the country. They have forever. They were the UND Fighting Sioux in honor of the Sioux Indians. Well, some people, and the majority of them were not even natives, complained, bitched, moaned about it. They ended up changing the name. Well, the three major affiliated tribes in the state of North Dakota who drug their feet during this whole thing, saying, well, we don't have time to call a special session to fight this thing. So it ended up blah, blah, blah. Long story short, now they're the Fighting Hawks. Well, now the tribes are pissed off because they took the Sioux name away. And it's like, God, you guys, and somebody's butt hurt no matter what. No matter what. What do you call it? The fighting non-Caucasians. I mean, but no, then you're still fighting, and then
I have a daughter that graduated from there in Grand Forks.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What, nursing, law, or aviation?
No, now she owns a title company.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Out of Fargo.
Well,
she's in Fargo.
So just think the fighting Hawks could have just been the Fighting Cocks, So just call us that, we're fighting all the time, It's 2024.
Yeah.
We'll
underneath the hair dryers.
Well, what I like, they whenever the shit start shitting the fan about racism and all that, they took cops off TV. They took all the cop stuff off TV. Now it's coming back on. So that's to me, that's good because I enjoy watching cops and stuff. You know what I mean? They don't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
see
I did too.
like people get
I watch it all the
abused
time.
by cops. Come on, give me a break.
Yeah.
Those
Well,
cops
yeah.
got it hard out there.
Well, even the whole Dukes of Hazzard thing, when they took that off the air just because of the rebel flag on the car, that had nothing to do with what the people getting shot in that church in South
Nobody knows.
Carolina.
Nobody knows nothing out there, dude. I mean, they have no clue. Where things, it's the truth. They start tearing statues down that meant that is that's history. And
Yeah.
they're ripping statues down because it's offensive, because they had slaves years ago. Back in the, I don't even want to get started because I don't want people starting to. We might
Hey,
gain some new
you go
customers.
overseas. You go overseas to the concentration camps. The concentration camps will never go away because they do not want people to forget what happened. And it's the complete opposite in the United States. They want people to forget our history, whether it's good or bad, depending on what side of the good or bad you're on. It's still just history. That's all it is. You'll learn from it, whatever, but you can't forget it. You can't throw it in the garbage and say it never happened.
There's some people in this group right here that want us to forget an underwear incident.
Oh my God, please.
Oh,
I was pooping before, Eric. You weren't around.
well, at least he didn't say it was shit. God forbid,
I didn't want to say shit on TV.
I feel like you guys are showing your underwear and your shorts way too often on this show.
I'm actually dressed today.
Thank God you got a desk.
I just come back from Pittsburgh. I just strolled in the door. Because I told my wife, I don't think I'm doing the show tonight because it's snowing out. I may not make it home, right away. And I ran to the bathroom and come right on the show. So I'm actually dressed.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
I told Mama Tia said you should broadcast live from the toilet. Like, yeah, this is
I heard her. I heard all you guys.
Streaming Sam live from the shitter.
Actually, she didn't say. You said it. And she says, no, you better not, or something like that.
Yeah. We were talking about like you ever go to a movie theater or you see like those blowers or whatever that look like urinals and you actually take a piss there and it blows your piss everywhere.
Oh my God!
Never had that problem.
I'm sure I think Matt has that problem.
That's another thing. People forget. People forget.
It's hot enough to curl your hair.
Yeah, I went to the casino last week last weekend, and you know how many people go to the bathroom and not wash their hands after they're done?
Oh, yeah.
Out of the shitter, straight outside. I mean, that kills me. Down in Florida, we used to carry wipes and wipe the machines down before we play. Because, dude, I fight grab people going, you understand there's fucking germs we don't wash our hands? That's another thing. It's disgusting. And I'll tell you what, the worst place I see it is at casinos.
Yeah, well, I mean, I work at one, so I see that every day, all the time I work, and it's disgusting. We have a good clean crew that's clean, but it's just the people that mess it back up again, Oh, yeah.
I can't believe that people take a shit and they think hand sanitizer is going to take it away. To me, it's not. You got to wash your hands first and then use your hand sanitizers.
What I don't understand is why it's so musical in the shitter. Every time I'm in there, I'm just here, making people making their own music. I'm just like, whoa, boy.
That's gonna hurt.
Okay, Sam. Sam,
It's gonna itch if it ever dries.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Using old humor again.
Sam, do you use your left hand or your right hand when you take a shit? Which hand do you use to wipe?
My right hand.
That's your problem. You should use toilet paper. You wouldn't get so dirty.
Oh my God.
Go for the day. Hey.
I got one in. Yay.
But
I'm
on that
embarrassed
same
now.
note, we all know which hand we are. Break that hand and put it in a cast and try wiping with your other hand.
Doesn't work. It's
It's
hard.
like using somebody else's. It's like using somebody else's hand. You feel violated. You go through way more toilet paper. People take this stuff for granted.
I feel like you're not just talking about wiping your butt here.
I thought John Roddy Rich. I thought he had a bidet. Yeah, that's what I thought.
What?
Or the new thing they call it a bagay. Like, hey,
A big A.
yeah, ever watch your
Bagay.
ever watch your asshole now? You silly asshole.
Oh my God.
Guys, you guys know what Confucius says, right? Man with itchy butt wakes up with smelly finger.
Yeah, we
Oh my
did that
God.
before. You're using old material again now. You're
Yeah, well,
reusable content there.
it's still funny.
Yeah, but different people are watching than the last time she said it.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure it's the
Yeah,
same.
and
I'm
if
sure
you
it's the same
keep-
crew.
If you keep
Same itchy
Sean has real
fingers, same,
confidence. I'm sure it's the same crew.
yeah, it's the same people, same itchy fingers, same butthole, whatever. I don't know.
well, all you just keep on talking about poop and pee and farts and masturbation and
Well, now you brought up masturbation now, so nobody said anything about masturbation.
yeah,
yet.
oh,
Yeah,
not
that's
today, no.
Not today.
Yeah, I thought this episode was going to suck today, but now it's gotten better now. After
Look,
Dave,
you're making me shy.
I was depressed a little bit, but now I'm happy now. Yeah,
There you go.
Why? Because I said the word masturbation?
yeah, that's why. Yeah.
I'm doing it now.
Probably.
Oh God!
Oh,
Now you're-
pretend.
She
knew we
says
were going to adult
probably.
humor, but so let's talk about Antique Man a little bit. He took a bite out of crime earlier today, and tell us the story about what happened. Yeah.
Well, for those that don't know, I work with some special need boys. They're 14 years old. This one little fella is about 6 feet tall and strong, and I've worked with him for a good 4 or 5 years. But today it was just getting real anxiety zone. Another boy was acting up bad. A teacher was trying to restrain that boy. My boy that I'm talking about got way overexcited, and he started hitting the other teacher. I had to pull that boy off the teacher, and at that time he went, and this boy has never, to my knowledge, ever bit anybody, and never, certainly not me in the last 3 years, but he got a good hold of me. And so we drew a little blood, had a little blood issue. I had to get a tetanus shot, and but it doesn't hurt. It's okay.
Yeah, but after you
Yeah.
showed me the mark on Facebook on the private messenger, holy crap! I was just like,
That was quite a mark. Well, yeah, I had to show that because guy's got good teeth. Good teeth.
It looks like he really took a bite out of you. I mean, like,
And
he's
you know,
like,
no appreciation. I took him to the bathroom 3 times during the day. We played Play-Doh together and we read together. And what thanks do I get?
Yeah, I tell you, I know people used to drive the bus for such special need kids, and I mean, it gets bad. I mean, you can't control that. They don't remember you helping them out and doing things with them.
No, it's not his fault. And he's a good boy.
I know.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just
I would've
surprised that
bit
you
you
put
too.
yourself through that, though. You know, like
I would have bit you too, Aaron.
I don't have the strength for that. You know, somebody bite me at work, like, what the fuck? Why you
Well,
bite me,
If
Bob?
somebody bit you at your job, yes, it would be time to find a new job.
Just
Yeah,
one, just one
I'd go
note.
get a tetanus shot too.
Yeah. Last year, the principal came to me and said, Eric, we're just so grateful for you being here and working with these students. We know it's not easy. I said, the students are fine. It's the 4 women that I have to work with.
Well, they're not the ones biting you, though. You know, that's just the thing. You know, it's like,
You wish.
Or maybe he wants them to.
oh,
then.
that's what I said, you wish.
okay. I see. Oh, you want to go take them dancing? Okay, yeah.
And on that note, I actually have a lot of paperwork I got to scan and send over to the school. So
Okay.
thank you for the time.
For anybody that can stay after these guys go, we want to.
Yeah.
I got some announcements I'm going to make here.
All
Yeah,
right, see ya.
my wife got bit by a dog on the job. Her UPS, she's a mill lady, and you know what the UPS told her? They asked her, says, "You're going to press charges." She didn't want to because we have a dog, so we know what dog people are like. You know what I mean? And they says, if you don't sue them, we are. We're going to get the money. So they gave her a lawyer and everything. So she had to fight she had to sue these people because if she didn't sue them, they were going to sue them. So why give them the money? They don't need the money. So she ended up getting some money, but she didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? And I think that really sucks that they make
Yeah.
you either got one choice or another. But she got bit pretty bad though. You know what I mean? She broke her skin and her leg and
Well, was it like,
sometimes you get better there, Eric.
delivering dog food.
was it like a workman's comp kind of deal? Like she had to claim workman's comp and that's why they
Well,
said that, or?
I guess so. I guess she had to do all that because, you know, I mean, she took a day off or two, but she had to. I mean, this dog really bit her though. And she was delivering dog food and she jumped in the side window of the truck because he was chasing her and then he ran on the other side.
Sure.
So.
Oh.
Well, I hope you get better there, Eric, you know, because it sucks to see that happen to you. Good guy for you.
Take care, man.
Thank you.
But we'll see you next week then, Eric.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you. Bye,
All
guys.
right.
Thank you.
I got to give my wife her computer back too.
All right, John. Well,
All right. Once I
we'll see you next
told her
week. Then.
We didn't have a guest. We were going to be done at 7. We're
Yeah.
gonna be back on Monday, right?
Yeah, next Monday.
Okay. And are we going to have Amanda on?
I
Yeah.
believe so. That's the plan.
Perfect.
And we're doing something for Sam's
All right,
birthday.
guys.
So.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Well,
a
guys,
special
good
episode
talking
for
to you
Sam.
all again, man.
All right, good to see you,
Take
John.
care, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Well, go then. Jesus.
See
Yeah,
ya. Bye.
get out of here.
See
Yeah,
ya. So we can
I'll
talk
say
about
I'm-
yeah
leave now,
I'll
leave now.
kick you guys out too. It's no big deal.
It
Yeah.
reminds me of the jerk. You remember? This ashtray and this lamp and this remote control, and that's all I need.
Here, Eric, I'll kick you out. Don't worry. That's fine.
Thank you.
There you go.
Sean,
All right.
what's the announcement you got to make?
Okay, so this is what's going to happen, and I want the audience to know too if they didn't hear earlier on, since we kind of got interrupted. Well, not interrupted. I'm glad that Dave showed up. He told me he was going to be busy, so I just said he was no guest tonight. So anyway, what we're going to do. I know everybody was kind of against it, but I feel it needs to happen just to give everybody a break. After next week's episode for your special birthday episode and where we have Amanda on, Amanda Fish, we're gonna take a 2-week break. We're gonna take 2 weeks off. We're gonna come back Monday, April 15th, and we'll go until the 20th of May or the 27th. The 27th happens to be Memorial Day, but I would like to do something in honor of some military people for our last episode for season 2. So either the 20th or the 27th. We'll figure that out as we get closer. Then what's going to happen is season 2 will be done, and we're going to take a whole month off of June, because I believe after everybody's been on here, and in case if anybody decides they don't want to do the show no more or whatever, and I have to look for new people or whatever, or maybe if people decide to come back, we're taking a month off for the next season, because I think you're gonna need a little time for yourself, and you want to do some things with your families and everything. And I'm going to be doing stuff too over here with the Kentucky Headhunters will be coming, and I'll be going to that event in Carlson, and I'll have footage and stuff and interviews from that. And if I need you guys for any exclusive interviews, I'll let you know, around that time. But then we'll come back either Monday, July 1st or Monday, July 8th. To start season 3, and then that'll go until the end of the year. So that hopefully you're good with that announcement, because I need a break. Creatively, it just I've been doing this for trying to do as much as I could. Maybe I kind of overworked myself a little bit, but just it'd be nice to have a few Mondays free, even just for myself, so I can do things and do other things and just focus on this, and then that way we can come back fresh and. We'll get some better guests and whatever that will hopefully not tell us last minute they can't come on or whatever, that sort of thing. But Amanda Fish will be her guest next week, because we're gonna try to get all the women that are on the Bob's Blues Festival that's coming up for his Women's Blues Fest in May. We're gonna try to get as many of those women on as we can. Every so
What
often.
about porn stars?
We're not doing porn stars. Porn stars aren't that exciting. But what we may do, I'm going to talk to John about what we could probably do as a second half season kickoff or whatever for the second half of the season. I'm going to see at that time if Tanya and I can come to Grand Forks and do a live show in his studio. You guys will still, you and your brother will still be on the show, obviously, but it'll be Zoom, but you'll get to see what we're like in a professional setting. So
right. Oh, I
and
know.
maybe,
That's how I used to do it.
well, because maybe
It's
John
actually better that way.
maybe John will be able to go live, like on his station, and we can like simulcast on his site and our site, so we can get more people, more subscribers. It's a good way to
The
get more.
problem is, I don't think his internet's all that good. You think the internet will be good with all you guys?
No. He in his studio, the internet is perfect.
Oh, okay.
Because he's in a studio, he's in downtown Grand Forks. He's broadcasting from his house.
Oh, okay.
That's why his internet is
I
shitty.
thought his studio was at his house.
No. If you ever go to his actual website and watch some of the videos that he's done, yeah, I mean they're professional quality.
Okay.
You would think you're in fucking New York or Los Angeles, at Fox News or whatever. That's how good it looks. I want to experience that myself because I've never had a chance to ever experience that. And I'll pick Tanya up and we'll go in my car. We'll take off to Grand Forks on a Monday, and now that time change has happened and we'll have more daylight and everything, blah blah blah. It'd be all right. I'm sure Bob will let her leave the bar for a few hours or whatever. So
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I used to do it late.
I'm okay with that.
yeah.
I used to do a TV show years ago. Remember that Access channel? Is like an Access channel or something on? It was like a late night thing, like around midnight. But we used to go to the studio that anybody was allowed to use. You know what I mean? They had people that
Yeah.
helped you out. They
cable
did some,
access.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I tell you what, I had more fun doing that than as much fun doing that as my show, because it was professional, dude. I mean, they did little commercials and fancy stuff in the studio, turn this knob and do this, turn that knob. But
I feel like
I
that's
had fun doing that.
I feel like that's what John has to offer us. Like he can be the guy that helps us get to that next level. Like a few times, this summer and whatever, like drive down there and and see, you just get a feel for it, because that's motivation right there. Because when I worked at Black Hills Fox TV in Rapid City, I felt like that all the time. Every time I was in the studio, we had a big ass nice screen. And it was, for all the news anchors, and I was not an anchor, so I wasn't allowed to be on the camera, but I got to see and experience what it was like to do an actual show because I did the commercials and everything. I always set up the breaks and everything for the hour news and stuff. So
Right.
so it was always fun, always fun to put my name on the marquee for that, So yeah, like commercials by Frankie Slauson or whatever, like a producer kind of like.
I mean, if you guys wanted to do a show just to reuse at his studio, that ain't hurt my feelings.
Yeah, but you're gonna be a part of it too. But you're just not gonna, you obviously aren't coming down here unless you decide that you want to one time. But it's just, I want to experience what it's like in a big studio since he has one.
No, I don't blame you, dude. That's great.
We'll still do it like this, but we'll just we'll use his equipment, because
I'm hoping to get internet in my garage so I could do show. Remember when you interviewed me and Bill Kinnison? I had my old Chevy in the background, my Harley.
Yeah, it was like a Jay Leno thing, kind of like. Is that?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to start doing shows down the garage in front of the Volkswagens, in front of my work. Instead of doing the background like you have and follow, instead of green screen, I want to do it live.
Sure.
You got to get a hotspot. Just get one of those little hotspot things.
I put one down there, and I don't know if you got to program that to your phone.
Well, maybe through Bluetooth or something, but I mean, I don't know. It should just come up to your wireless, like
that little hotspot thing should work down the garage. I'm not doing it right then. I plugged it down there, and I ain't getting nothing.
Well, then you must not be connected. You have to connect to it.
Yeah, you got to connect to whatever your device is.
It won't automatically connect to you.
Maybe that's my problem.
Yeah, you have to turn the damn thing on and then make sure you find whatever receiver it's coming from. Like if it says,
where's that at?
Yeah,
We'll try it again.
Yeah, I would try that. Let me know what happens, because maybe that's what you're doing. Because maybe you're just retarded. I don't know.
I might be retarded, but I would love to do. I love to do shows down the garage. That way, my wife ain't listening to all my bullshit and You know what I'm saying? I could do
Oh.
my shit down there and maybe even work on a car while I'm talking.
Oh, sure, because we'll do handyman corner with Sam. It's like, yeah,
As long
This
as
is
there's no
not-
crack.
yeah. This is what you don't do. You don't put a banana in the tailpipe. And you don't put your dick in there either. It's like,
Yeah, maybe we'll do okay, we're gonna go to Screaming Sam for some car stuff.
oh,
And I'll
yeah,
tell you what not to do with your car. Don't
Yeah.
shove bananas in the tailpipe. It
Yeah.
ain't gonna start.
yeah. Put a chocolate bar there first. That's what we'll do. I make sure it
Yeah.
has nuts in it too. More
And if you
nuts,
really
better.
love your car, you can stick your penis in the exhaust pipe.
Yeah, it'd be like that one guy from the one show that what was it, that actually loves his car and everything. My
You see
obsession.
that Monte Carlo, red Monte Carlo? He
Yeah,
hugs
yeah.
it, kisses it, makes love to it.
Imagine
Not that
Sam,
bad.
imagine Sam being that guy. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
That would be an entirely separate show.
you almost got a huge erection over the actual one. Everybody's so excited about. I was
Yeah,
excited.
I thought I saw his computer screen going up a little bit.
Yeah, the antenna was just like whoop, beep beep beep. I had to roast you a little bit there, but no, we want to do something. I don't know what we're gonna do for your birthday, but we want we're gonna
It don't matter to me.
we're gonna dedicate it to you anyway. It's gonna be kind of like your dedication episode, I guess, or whatever. 'Cause now
I'm 66 years old.
yeah, you'll be all the sexy sex all years old.
I lost 3 pounds this week. That brings me to 89 pounds total. I
Oh.
weigh 254 pounds. I went to
Well-
Pittsburgh today, and everybody was complimenting. I mean, I really, I was going to quit. And Tony said, "Why?" My brother said, "Why don't we have a masturbation party?"
Oh, Jesus Christ! Of course he would say that. Of course he would say that.
What?
Tell
the-
him that, he's talking just
How
like
are
you.
we doing? He said,
Oh
"We're
no.
doing good, Tony. I hope your wife's doing good."
No,
Yeah,
it's not-
yeah. Do it together though. Make sure you do it together as brothers, the right way. Okay,
Oh my God.
I tell you.
What's
Mad
wrong?
Dog
Anyway, did you
on
were, you
platform.
were you guys both busy for your bars last night for St. Patty's Day then, or?
Oh, I guess. I mean, I just put a new tap system in my bar because my tap system has been messed up for almost a year. We didn't have a tap system, so we bought a brand new one and put it in today, and I'm so happy. But it's going to take a week before they could come and set it up for us. I'm like,
Oh.
what the fuck? I need that thing for my birthday. See, my birthday's the same day I bought the bar, opened my
Oh.
bar. So that's the anniversary of my bar, the same day.
Okay.
Which makes it
That's
easy for me
crazy.
to remember. Huh?
My
Oh,
friend
wow.
Liz owns a bar too, and she's owned it for 10 years this coming weekend. And it's also her birthday celebration.
No way.
Yeah.
What day was? I guess is what,
It's
Saturday,
on
Sunday.
I think Saturday. I think it's
See, mine's
it's on
Sunday, yeah,
It's either
mine's
Friday or Saturday. It's her
That's
10-year
crazy.
anniversary owning their business.
So you didn't do it, you didn't have no like themed stuff for Patty's Day at all. I only asked because your bar looks more like a the Johnny's bar looks more like a pub bar, kind of like
It's a dive. I see. My
Oh.
son told me a while ago my bar's a dive. I used to get mad about that, but now I know what a dive is. I've been in a lot of dive bars, and they're actually pretty cool bars. So I don't get mad anymore because one of my bartenders said today, this is the coolest dive bar he's ever hung out at.
Well, what do you think that it meant? You thought something gay or what?
I thought it just meant it was a rundown piece of shit bar, and it is.
Oh,
I mean, but
well,
it's a cool place. I mean, we have a beautiful downstairs, which now it's destroyed because we have a water leak. Our ice machine was leaking. We didn't even know it. It was all the new bar I had built downstairs is shot. It's shot now. We have to rip it out. But we're gonna make downstairs. We used to have bands, comedians, then upstairs have DJ. But we're gonna make it a gaming place downstairs with those video machines.
okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Is your cook still there making good food and everything?
Oh yeah, she's still there.
Wow.
So yeah,
So they could have made some corned beef or whatever for St. Patty's Day last night, huh?
I don't know what she did. I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't tell me nothing. I don't even care. I
Oh,
don't
you're
even
the
go on my
boss.
camera.
You're the fucking boss, though. I thought you should know everything.
They do. What the? You see, here's why I get along with my partner for 20 some years. I let him do what he wants. I don't argue about nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The manager has been here for 13 years. I let him do whatever he wants. Like he borrowed a good friend of mine, and my buddy keeps going, dude, I want to get back in. No, I don't step on the manager's fucking feet. I did that once to an old manager, and he was pissed at me. He said, dude, I barred this guy. I'm the manager. You're not. And I respect that. So I let them do what they want. All I care is the green, the green, the green, the green.
So you want grass, or is what you want?
Yeah. You know, I had it for 29 years. The place been paid off. I mean, everything's been paid. I own a building. I own everything. Got apartments upstairs. So yeah, I'm happy with it, but I hate it.
Okay.
Like if you wanted to buy a bar right now, I'd sell it to you in a heartbeat.
And Mama T, how did you guys do yesterday?
Your bar looks like it was busy.
On Friday and Saturday, we had some specials. We had the musician here. He does this. He's a 3-man band all by himself. He does this live looping and light show and does a lot of good songs. We had a lot of good drink specials. Of course, Jameson and Bailey's. You take those two and you mix them with melon schnapps. That is a heck of a drink.
Really?
Apparently, if you have too many, you crap green for 3 days and you don't remember drinking them. So they're really good. Yeah. But yeah, we had the corned beef and cabbage, and we had a decent weekend. We could have made more money, but that's
good.
how it goes, you know.
Glad to hear that.
We got a bus, and a lot of people were already full when they got there. So they just came for the entertainment and had a couple drinks, you know, but
your food looks excellent, Tanya.
Oh, she made me some mushroom burgers last week. Oh my goodness. I came over there and had a couple, and
they look excellent. The food looks excellent. I wish I lived closer. I'd be there every day for you.
Yeah, but then you gain all your weight back again. You know?
Yeah, but I'd only eat once a day at the bar, and that's it.
Oh yeah, whatever. The food's so good, you'd be like, I gotta have some more.
Hey, I've been like I said, I lost 3 pounds, so I've been doing a lot of work, man. A lot of work doing this.
Well, you know, my sister actually is doing her own weight loss journey as well, because she was always, for the longest time, she was always a big girl. You know, I think she got it from my dad's side, because a lot of my family's side, my dad's side, are heavy. I mean, we got some heavy people on my mom's side too.
We're all heavy in my family too.
So, well, I mean, Kayla, you know, she tried everything she could, you know, over the years to just try to lose the weight and everything, and little things worked here and there, but she always just seemed like to get it back. Well, she finally motivated herself here a few months ago to lose some weight enough to where she could. Well, she was watching the 6-hour 100-pound life shows or whatever, and that's where she got the motivation to say, you know, maybe I could do weight loss surgery, you know, and see how that goes. And so she did, like a month or so ago, and boy, I tell you, after that, she looks like a whole different person. I mean, you can still tell that she's still in the process of losing the weight, but she's done really good for herself. I am so proud. I don't know if she'll see this episode or not, if she even watches it all, but I just know that, you know, I'm proud of her because she's just come a long way, because she's, you know, mom and dad were so against her doing that too. They're like, no, just don't do that. Just stay fat, you know, whatever. It's the way God intended it to be, you know. But it's like, no, she wants to change her life. Let her change her life, you know.
She wants to be healthy.
Yeah. So, and she is. She's
and not be called, oh, you look healthy. You know. That's...
Yeah. Well, she's sick and tired of just being big, you know, and I get it. You know, it's like eventually after a while it gets old. You know, John Candy died of a heart attack at 43 because he was big. You know, Chris Farley, same thing, because of addiction and everything. But I'm sure the weight had something to do with it too. You know, so
since today's my weigh-in is the day I really cheat is today, because I already weighed in. So I had some pizza and half a hoagie today, which was like a dream. I just enjoy it. I got stuffed. Now I probably won't eat till tomorrow dinner, because I'll be, you know, I mean, I've been fasting 24 hours a day.
See, one thing I noticed about you, John, or Sam, or whatever you want to be called anymore, what I noticed about from before we'd started doing the podcast, you'd always have those videos once in a while, you showing us what you're eating. you know, those eating videos, which were so great. You know, this guy was like having an orgy over every meal he was having, but it
Yeah.
was he loved the food that he enjoyed eating, and it was fun to watch him eat it. You know, because there was some really cool places in this area that you got food from. Now you don't see that anymore. Now you stop
Yeah,
doing
you know, and everybody wanted me to continue. One guy says, I'm going to miss your videos.
it.
But what I should start doing this week is making videos of the healthier stuff I'm eating.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Sure.
Is maybe do something like that. Or I should have made a
Sure.
video today of me eating a hoagie, man. You would be dying.
I mean, are there any health places or healthy food restaurants that you would go to at all? Or
I don't do healthy. I really don't do healthy. I eat whatever I want until I'm full.
okay.
You know, like I'll have a very small breakfast, like sometimes in the morning.
Uh-huh.
But when I have dinner 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, usually 2 o'clock, I eat till I'm full. I'm done. That way, I'm satisfied the whole night. And the next morning, I wake up when I go to bed at night. My stomach's growling.
Uh-huh.
I wake up in the morning. I don't feel like eating. I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
It's really weird. You know, I think the fasting is starting to help.
Oh,
I've
sure.
been doing
I
this
mean,
since August 1st.
yeah. Well, because I mean, you definitely, I can definitely tell that you lost weight and everything. It's not that hard to tell. You're starting to look more like Danny DeVito every day. You know, that's how I know.
Thanks a lot.
No,
I was so happy today, dude. People were coming to my bar, and one had a guy to take a double, and he goes, "I didn't know that was you." I says, "Can't you tell by the hair?" And he goes, "Dude, you look so different." Because, you know, I went down probably 8 inches off my waist, 6 to 8 inches off my waist.
Sure.
So that's a big difference.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Because that is a big difference.
Especially you know, at your age, because you know for a lot of older people, you know, it takes a long time for them. That some people can't lose the weight that easily, no matter
I'm
how.
also doing it for my wife, dude. What happens if I get sick and she has to take care of me? She's
Oh,
not.
God.
She'd have to have a crane to lift me up before. Now she can at least maybe get a crowbar underneath me and maybe.
Yeah, but you've been small before, and then you got the weight back too. So just try not to balloon
10
it.
years ago, I lost 134 pounds or something.
Yeah.
10 years ago,
Yeah.
I was 191.
But I'm saying, like, you were. I mean, yeah, you look like a whole different person. Your beard looked different. You're kind of like a Joe Pesci at that
Well,
time.
they said that I looked like I was sick or something because my face is all sunk in. You can even tell now. Instead of having that round face, it's starting to get some. I hate that.
Oh well.
That's why I grow beards to hide that.
Oh sure. So now that you have the big party here, or the anniversary anyway, I mean, any big plans to celebrate or whatever, or what do you guys do every year?
Not really, because
That was your birthday, you know.
my brother said, "Okay, let's move on. Can we talk about something else for dinners?" My fat brother. Anyway.
Go tell me to have a Whopper with cheese.
Like the 20th anniversary, we had a big party, new shirts. You know what I mean? I used to have like these one shirts we had for years. We went to a different style hot rod. That was called hot rod back in the 20th anniversary. So next year for the 30th, we'll go and get new T-shirts, big party, specials. Like what we usually do, like for the 30th, we'll do specials like tap beer. What the prices were when I started 30 years ago.
Okay.
So like a quarter draft or 50-cent draft, we did very well. We
So
still made a lot of money.
So then at that time you were 37 when you bought the business and when you started.
Yeah, 30 years ago. Yeah. No, 36.
37 because you're 66 now. It's 29 years. Next year will be 30.
I'm 65 now and I'll be 66.
Yeah, so next year you'll be 67 on the 30th.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you were 37 when you decided to finally just take a bar business. Yeah, well, I mean,
Sam doesn't math good.
Yeah, well, it's okay. Not all of us have a 12th grade education there. I made some college.
Let me get my calculator. Wait.
He'll say boobies.
Yeah, you're right.
No, but I mean, like you were a young man at the time, you know, trying to. I mean, what made you decide to purchase something like that at that time?
A kid I grew up with, Doug Conde, he's my best friend. He was my best friend. He just passed away this past year, which really killed me, dude. and it's something he could have avoided. He never got a when they prostate when they stick the thing in your ass. Yeah, he never got it, and I guess the pulp grew so big it turned into cancer. And the doctor told him, "You realize, and this is important for people to notice. You realize you could get that all taken care of, like when you do your first colonoscopy, they could take care of you right there and then, and cut that stuff out." He never went. He would never go until it was too late, and he died within a couple of months or a month or something. And it really crushed me. He was my first partner, and we used to loaf together all the time, eat pizza together. We used to dream about stuff. And he goes, "What do you think about buying a bar, me and you?" And I says, "Let's do it." So we went in this bar, the one I bought. And the guy would close the bar at 9 o'clock. You weren't allowed to swear. You had to put $1 in a quarter or something in the change jar. The guy was strict. Like he offered us a beer. It was like 5 to 9. And he goes, "Okay, hurry up and drink. Get the fuck out of here. You know, we're closing." So, I mean, so me and Dougie ended up buying it. And he was there 6 years. Then my partner, Alan, now, we own a couple businesses together. He took over Doug's spot, and we've been in partners since then. But I let Al do. Al's a very, very talented guy. He has a concrete business. You know, he's a master of all trades. So he's good to have up the bar because he does a lot of work for us up there. You know. Look at this. I got a fan.
Oh, your puppy. Oh.
He sits there and stares at me.
Oh yeah, because he wants food. Probably he wants treats. You probably have his treats over there. Probably.
Come here. Wanna look on the camera. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Oh.
Come here.
Oh, your puppy. Oh.
I hate dogs. He knows I hate them.
Just give him a big kiss now.
No, you'll never see that.
After he licks his butthole and everything. Well, I think,
butter, honey.
Yeah, that's the peanut butter. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we're going crunchy this time. You know, something with something that's nutty. There's maybe a little fruit in it too. What am I saying? So I think that should be good for tonight because you know we were going to go an hour. Didn't know Dave was going to make an appearance, but I wanted to let you guys know that that's what we were going to do for as far as announcements because we have to. I mean, we got to take a break. I think everybody's kind of sick of us for a little bit. We need to give it a little break too, and you know. But we'll do the episode next week, and then we'll start the break because if you notice, I haven't uploaded any new episodes on the YouTube channel lately because I'm saving those for like a little mini marathon again, like we did last time. And then I'll probably do another best of season 1, the rest of the season. And I'm constantly uploading I decided to change from the audio format from Spotify to the video format. So where we got the first 8 episodes of the first season anyway on video on Spotify.
What's it under on Spotify? Because we try to look it up today.
It's just Renegade Radio.
That's what I told him. We looked it up. He said, "You ain't on there. I can't find it."
You gotta find
it.
Yeah, she got select. She'll send it to you because it has the pirate guy. I'll probably change that eventually, like I always do. But it's just I'm trying to find us an official logo. That's been my biggest goal, like something that's official, something that we can represent all of us. And we don't, and then it'll be the perfect one. But every time I think that it's perfect, and it's like a new idea comes up, and it's just like,
come on.
But that's my goal anyway, to come up with something that will be a good logo for us, you know, to represent the show. But anyway, so I think that's all for tonight. I want to thank our guest Dave Alvarez for stopping by for a few minutes and saying hi. And again, you know, go see the Ghostbuster movie. Frozen Empire comes out this.
I've never seen one
Thursday.
movie yet.
Well, you should because you're missing.
How many are there, Sean?
Technically there's 5. You know, but if you count the women one, but there's 4 in the original story. So this is the 4th.
We got to watch Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
I've never watched it,
and not the porn version either. You know, like Dustbusters or Gay Busters or whatever. You know,
Ball Busters,
Cum Guzzlers or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, that's family entertainment for you, right? The people, yeah. Anyway, well, I'm Frankie Slauson along with Mama T, Screaming Sam. John Roberts, of course, and Antique Man. And we'll see you next week for another great edition of Renegade Radio. We'll see you next time.
Okay, buddy. Take care.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.